and as we are discussing the practical aspect of unit 1. Up to this, we have covered the concept of time value of money. Okay, a value of the money will decline as a time gone, as a time pass. And we have two components, we have two elements in a time value of money. The first one is future value and second one is present value. Future value means amount or a sum of money that you will receive after a particular period. And the present value means a value of that future value or that future amount that you will receive after 2 years, 3 years or a specific period. Right now, the value of future amount that you will receive. And then after we have started the practical aspect for calculating the future value and present value. Up to this, we have discussed two different methods. The first method is future value of single amount. If I invested a particular single amount in a particular scheme, in a bank FD or in a share market or in a real estate, which amount I will get after a number of years. Okay, that may be 20,000, 50,000, that depend upon one particular component, and that component is compounding interest. Then after we have started the second practical aspect of time value of money, and that is present value of single amount. If I have invested a single amount, or if I will receive a single amount after a particular years, what will be the right now value of that amount? Suppose I say I will give you a 10 lakh rupees in 2025. So what will the exact value right now of that 10 lakh rupees that you will receive in 2025? We have calculated the practical question. Okay, future value and present value of single amount. So up to this, we are discussing only about only one single amount. That if I invest 10,000 rupees in a bank, if I deposited 25,000 in a bank as a fixed deposit, or I invested somewhere for a particular single amount. But suppose you see there are lots of schemes, like as one of the scheme is RD, recurring deposit, mutual fund schemes, SIPs. What they are saying? What they are saying? You need to invest a particular amount on a regular basis. It may be on a monthly basis, it may be on a quarterly basis, it may be on an annual basis. So that's why for that we have a next type of practical questions, okay, in which we try to calculate the future value of that particular series of investment. And that particular series of investment is known as annuity. So open your book and write down the next title, future value of an annuity. Future value of an annuity. Here annuity means a constant cash flow at a regular time period. Okay, suppose I have invested one particular amount in SIP. So what they are saying that every month you need to invest that particular amount. Suppose 5,000 rupees. So every month I need to deposit 5,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. Suppose it for a particular 1 year, then I need to support for, or I need to invest for next 12 months. Suppose it is for the 2 years, then I need to invest for next 24 months. So this regular cash flow is known as annuity. Suppose I have taken a life insurance, then the premium of life insurance is again considered as annuity. So now the term annuity is clear for everyone. Okay. अब क्वेश्चन क्या होगा कि if I invested, okay, अगर मैं कोई particular amount invest करता हूँ in a particular scheme for a number of period, then which amount I will get after that completion of period. Suppose I invested 20,000 rupees in a bank as a RD. RD means recurring deposit. Every month you need to deposit particular amount for next 3 years. Then which amount I will get after the 3 years? If the bank provide me a 10% interest rate. मैंने कितना invest किया every month? 20,000 rupees. Bank interest होगा 10%. And now I want that amount that I will receive after 3 years. So that amount is called as future value of an annuity. Now the concept is clear? Everyone, concept is clear? Say yes or no? Okay. When I go for the annuity, I have two options. If I invest that particular amount at the end of the each period, suppose I invest that particular amount at the end of the month, or at the end of the 6 month, or at the end of the year, then it is called as ordinary annuity, a regular annuity. Okay. And reverse to that, if I invest or the cash flow occurred in the beginning of the period, it means in the beginning of the month, or at the beginning of the 6 months, or at the beginning of the year, then it is known as annuity due. These two terms are clear. Ordinary or deferred annuity means when the cash flow occur at the end of the year. जो भी हम पेमेंट करेंगे वो at the end of the period पेमेंट करेंगे. वो मंथ भी हो सकता है, 3 months भी हो सकते हैं, 6 months भी और 1 month. And if I paid that particular amount in the initial stage, at the opening, at the beginning of the year or month, or 3 months or 6 months, then it is considered as annuity due. Now, important part for us, and that is formula to calculate the future value of an annuity. Title आपने लिख लिया होगा also. Okay, now write down the formula. Future value of an annuity. The formula is very simple. Up to this we are writing only FVN. Now we are writing FVAN. FVAN means future value of an annuity is equal to, instead of P we need to write A. P means principal amount, A means a constant cash outflow. Main bracket, in a small bracket, 1 plus R raised to n minus 1 bracket over divided by R. See, this is the third formula of this chapter. Okay, the first one, future value of single amount, FPN is equal to 1 plus R raised to n. Okay, and next one is present value, PVN is equal to FP in a bracket 1 plus R, sorry, 1 divided by 1 plus R raised to n. Now the third formula, FVN is equal to A, mean bracket 1 plus R raised to n minus 1 bracket over divided by R. Let's take one example to understand the formula and the calculation. Now ये हरा आपकी स्क्रीन पे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Suppose you have deposited 1,000 annually in a bank for next 5 years, and your deposit will earn a compounding interest of 10%. What will be the value of its series of deposit? Its series of deposit means annuity after the 5 years. Now look at the data. Here annuity, the regular case outflow is how many rupees? 1,000 rupees. Okay. Rate of interest 10%, and number of years 5. Okay. Now write down the formula. FVAN is equal to, in the main bracket, what we need to write? Small bracket 1 plus R raised to n minus 1 bracket over divided by rate of interest R. Okay, now time to put the values. Now put the values here in a bracket. 1 remain 1. R means rate of interest. How many percentage? 10%. So 10 divided by 100. We are putting directly values. Okay, 0.10 bracket over raised to n, number of years. How many years? 5 years, minus 1 bracket over divided by R, rate of interest 10 divided by 100. How many? 0.10. Step number 1 is clear. How to put the values? Okay. Now work on a under bracket. पहले हम अंडर का जो ब्रैकेट है उस पे वर्क करेंगे. 1 प्लस 0.10, तो 1.10 raised to 5 minus 1 bracket over divided by 0.10. Now can you tell me the amount? 1.10 raised to 5. Already I told you that you required 3 things in FM Fusion. Number 1, your book. Number 2, your pen. And number 3, calculator. Without the calculator, it's difficult to go ahead. 1.10 raised to 5. Yes, everyone. One point like this minus 1 bracket over divided by 0.10. Okay, so 1.61051 minus 1, 0.61051 divided by 0.10. So final answer will be 6105.1. I'm right? My color combination for the Google sheet, when I highlight any figure with the green one, that is our final figure. Okay, if I highlight something with yellow color, it means it is important in that particular question. And if I highlight something with the red color, it means it's something notable. Okay, it's something notable. So are we clear about this? If the same question will be asked in your mid one, are you able to do? Hello everyone. I see there are 36 students in a class and only Shruti has answered the question and C has only replied. What about others? Again मैं आपको ऑफर कर रहा हूँ. Can I order you a cup of tea for all of you? Okay, लगता है किसी का मूड नहीं. क्या हुआ? पूरे क्लास का एक साथ ब्रेकअप हो गया? Okay, so now come back to the subject. Moving to the next practical question. अब तो कंफर्म है भाई, किसी का आंसर नहीं है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 13. अच्छा, मेरा चैट बॉक्स तो ओपन है ना? हाँ, ओपन. Question number 13. Okay, now focus on a question. Suppose you have decided to deposit 30,000 per year in a public provident fund account. Okay, shortly it is known as PPFA. Okay, maybe the full form asked in a question that what is the full form of PPF, public provident fund, for next 10 years. What will be the accumulated amount in your public provident fund account at the end of 10 years if the rate of interest is 11%? Now it's your time to put the write the formula and put the values. Okay, I'm writing the formula right now. Here, now put the values. 1 plus R here 11%, so 0.11. Best to end number of years, here we have 10 minus 1 bracket over divided by 0.11 rate of interest. $1.11 is to 10 minus 1 divided by 0.11. 1.11 plus 2 and here means have 2.839420, okay, minus 1 divided by 0.11. So 1.839420 divided by 0.11. Which amount you will get?
1.6.
Sorry?
1.6.
1.6.
0.07.
1 minute. 72200 like this.
Yes.
Something is wrong. Yes. We have missed the one value, and that is A. We have missed that value, okay, and that is A. And now please put the value A. Here A means how many? A means how many? 30,000. Okay. The previous question we have done the same mistake. Here we are doing the same, but मुझे ऐसा लगा कि कुछ तो मिसिंग है. हम आपको बताने दो तो हुआ अच्छा हुआ. Okay, now finally 30,000 into 16.722. Now the final answer 501,660 like this. So 5,01,066 rupees you will receive after 3 years. Sorry, after 10 years at a 10% 11 rate of interest. Now are we clear? Everyone? Yes or no? Everyone, are we clear? See, it's sometimes complicated to find this answer, okay? So for that, I have one more shortcut for all of you, okay? I have a shortcut for all of you. In by using that shortcut, you can find the value directly without going for this calculation, okay? So just wait, and that shortcut is all about future value table. Now remember the three aspects. A means how many rupees? 30,000. Rate of interest 10%. And how many years? 10 years and 11%. Okay. So now look at this table. This table is for future value for annuity. Okay. Now for how many years we are looking for? We are looking for 10 years. Okay. Now at a 10 years, at how many percentage? At 11 percentage. So go to the 11%. Now see this value. 16.7220. I hope so. You will get the idea. Okay. So there is no any requirement of calculator or a formula if you have this table. Okay. But please remember, whenever the question asked in a 4 marks or 8 mark questions, we are using this table, okay, to find out the answer. But to represent the calculations, we need to write the formulas and we need to put the values. Then after, if you are directly writing this answer, it's fine. But at least you need to go for two steps. Step number 1, write down the formula, and step number 2, put the values. And then directly you go to the table, find the value, and go to the last stage. IA 30,000 into 16.7220, and then final amount. Are you getting my point? 4 marks, 4 steps: formula, value, multiplication, and final answer. Are we clear? Okay. Now this we have calculated for which value? Future value. The same thing we have for a present value. If I invest a particular amount after a particular regular period, which amount I will get after that particular number of years, and what will be the value, present value of that amount. हमने यहाँ पे देखा कि if I invest a 30,000 rupees, or you invest 30,000 rupees in a public provident for next 10 years, you will get 5,01,660 rupees. Now my question to you, what will be the present value of that 5,166 rupees that you will receive after 10 years? Are you getting my point? So we are doing the same thing with the present value. If I invest a particular amount in a particular scheme for a number of years, whatever I will get after the completion of period, what will be the right now value or today value of that particular amount? So for that we have again a table. Okay, the same table, present value for a annuity. When I share this table to you, please remember, here we have 4 tables. 2 tables for future value and 2 tables for present value, for a single amount and for annuity. So please note down these titles. Whenever you are looking for a value, please see first the title, which title we are, or which practical question we are doing, and which table is useful. Okay. So let me share the next practical question and formula for the present value of annuity. Write down the title, the fourth method, fourth one. Present value of an annuity. present value of an annuity. Okay, now write down the formula. PVAN, present value of an annuity, is equal to A in a bracket 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus R raised to N, bracket over, divided by R, main bracket over. One minus 1 divided by 1 plus R raised to N. For a present value, we have this formula 1 divided by 1 plus R raised to N. For finding out the annuity, we need to minus this formula from 1. 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus R raised to N. And entirely, this entire bracket is divided by R. Okay. So let's go for the next practical question. So you will get the clear idea that how we are using this formula to find the present value. So be ready for the next practical question. Next practical question is, suppose you expect to receive 1,000 annually for the next 3 years. Each receipt occurring at the end of the year. At the end of the year means it's an ordinal annuity. Please remember the concept. If this cash flow occur at the end of the year, it's ordinal normal annuity. What is the present value of this stream of benefit if the discounting rate is 10%? Now, see everyone. Here, first, which amount you will get, or the present value, that is 1,000 rupees. Number 2, rate of interest 10%. Number of years, sorry, see carefully. Number of years, 3 years. Okay. Now put the value. Sorry, first write down the formula. PVAN is equal to A in a bracket 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus R raised to N. Divided by R. This is the formula. I'm right? Formula is right, everyone? See here, the same formula we have written, okay? Now put the values. A means amount, 1,000, okay? Now 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus R, 0.10 raised to N, number of years, T divided by R, 0.10, bracket over. Now complete the internal calculation first. One minus 1 divided by 1 plus 10 raised to 3 directly do the calculation. So 1.10 raised to 3. 1.10 raised to 3. Hello. One 0.331, okay, divided by 0.10. Now 1 minus, now be careful, please be here everyone. See, after this stage, now you have 2 times division, okay. So first 1 divided by 1.31, इतना पहले करो. 1 divided by 1.331. What answer you will get? Hello? Which answer? 0.75131. Okay. Divided by 0.10. Now, one minute, huh? 1000 in a bracket 1 minus 0.75313. Zero point 2486 divided by 0.10. Tell me the final answer. 2.486. Okay, in 2000, 2486 rupees. Then okay. For 3 years and for how many percentage? Right. Now next practical, okay. Let's try to do the same with the table. Remember the 3 items: amount, number of years, and rate of interest. Now see how many years? How many years?
3.
3 years. Okay. So go to the 3rd year. Go to the 3rd year. How many percentage? In a 3rd year, we have a 10 percentage. So your answer is like this, right? 2.4869 into 1000. Ultimately, you will get 2486.9. So both the ways are clear with the help of formula and with the help of table. Again, I repeat, suppose you are using this table, at least you need to write the formula, put the values, and go for the final multiplication. This value into A and final answer. These 4 steps are minimum required. If you are totally doing with the formula by using the calculator, there is no issue. Okay, you may go it. But while using this table, you need to remember this thing. So are we clear about this 2 calculation? Future value of an entity and present value of an entity. Okay. Yes. Yes. This table. Yes. Please take a printout of these 4 pages and carry with you in mid exam, in mid 2, or in a final examination. If the supervisor will not allow you to go with this table. Ask she or her about the same. If he or she will provide, then there is no issue. But if they are not providing, please carry on. So are we clear up to this, everyone? Okay. With this table, the screen is there. Okay. Now I tell you that your father deposited 3 lakh rupees. Please, if you want to write down to note down the amount, your father has deposited 3 lakh rupees for their retirement. Okay. And bank will provide 10% rate of interest. 3 lakh he has deposited. Okay. Bank will provide a 10% interest rate, and for the next 10 years. For next 10 years. Now after 10 years, which amount he will get? My question is very clear. आपके फादर ने 3 लाख रुपीस बैंक में डिपॉजिट किए हैं. ओके, बैंक उसका 10% इंटरेस्ट दे रहा है और 10 years का टाइम पीरियड है. Which amount you will your father will get after a 10 years? Now, first identify which method we need to use here. Present value of single amount, future value of single amount, future value of annuity, or future value of present value. Which amount, which method, which technique we need to use here? Okay, one is future value. Now the future value of annuity or a single amount? Please remember the question. Your father has deposited 3 lakh rupees. Only a single amount he has deposited. Okay. So here the question type is future value of single amount. Okay. For that we have a table. Future value of a single amount, single case flow. How many years? 10 years. Okay. Here we have 10 years. For how many percentage? For a 10%. So for a 10% we have 2.5937. Okay, into 3 lakhs. Into 3 lakhs. 2.5937 into 3 lakhs. Your father will receive 77 lakh. ये थोड़ा बढ़ गया बेटा. 7,78,110 rupees. So are we clear? Okay. अगर इसी क्वेश्चन को मुझे दूसरे वे में पूछना है तो मैं क्या लिखूंगा पता है? Just wait. I will ask the same question but in a different language. Determining the period of withdrawal or periodic withdrawal. Okay, अगर मैं 10 years के बाद पूछूं कि वो कितना अमाउंट विड्रॉल कर सकते हैं. Please remember why I am sharing this question. First, we have calculated future value of single amount. Okay. Now see the last line. अब तक मैंने ये क्वेश्चन इजी करके आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था. Now read the last line. How much can be withdrawn annually for a period of 10 years? क्वेश्चन ये है कि हम एनुअली कितना विड्रॉल कर सकते हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज वेरी सिंपल. 3 लाख रुपए डिपॉजिट किए 10% के लिए 10 years के लिए. 10 years के बाद कितना अमाउंट हमें मिलेगा. नाउ सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज कि हम एनुअली कितना अमाउंट विड्रॉल कर सकते हैं. आई विल लीव दिस क्वेश्चन टू यू. In the next class we go for this solution, but before that you need to find here that which method is applicable? Future value of annuity, present value of annuity, future value of single amount, or present value of single amount. Okay, out of this 4 method, which method is preferable? Or try to solve this practical question at your place. In the next class we will go for this, and then after we have a last type of practical question, okay, and that is annuity method, present value and future value. One more thing, the last minute here, some of authors pronounce future value as compounding value. Okay, so maybe that word is used in examination, that calculate the compounding value after 10 years, calculate the compounding value of this amount after 20 years. So here compounding value means future value. Okay, and maybe the question asks to calculate a discounted value, and here discounted value means present value. So if you want to write down, please write down future value means compounded value, or compound value, or present value means discount value. So up to this we have covered compounded value, discounted value, and now in the last we will go for annuity methods for the calculation of same. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. Write your enrollment number only for attendance purpose, and then after you are free, you go for a tea break. Have a nice day. Stay at home, stay safe, and take care.